Lately, your feed is probably full of this story. A mysterious whale pulled around 169 billion SHIB out of Coinbase, worth about $1.49 million, just days after SHIB's burn rate exploded more than 23,000% from basically zero activity. Everyone's asking the same thing. Is this the start of a new SHIB cycle or just noise? What's up guys, Mooney here, and today you're listening to Money Talks. If you're new here, Shiba Inu is an Ethereum-based meme coin that started as a Dogecoin parody and evolved into a whole ecosystem with Shibarium and a bunch of DeFi and gaming experiments. As someone who lives in the crypto market and works with AI every day, I forced ChatGPT PRO to break SHIB down from every angle: price action, on-chain, fundamentals, and sentiment. So if you don't have access to AI Pro yet, relax, you're in the right place. Let's talk charts first. On the daily time frame, SHIB is trading around $0.0000083 per token, still struggling to reclaim the 20 and 50-day EMAs, with trend indicators pointing to a weak downtrend rather than a full crash. In baby language, as long as price sits under those two moving average lines, the market isn't in full send mode. It's more like tired and drifting. Zoom into the 4-hour chart, you see the same story. Every bounce keeps getting slapped back down near the EMA 50, and volatility is actually low. This is not rocket ship phase, this is chop and grind phase, where FOMO entries get punished fast. On-chain and sentiment are just as mixed. One big wallet yanked 169 B SHIB off Coinbase into a fresh address, which usually screams long-term accumulation. But at the same time, 7-day average inflows into exchanges spiked roughly 6,894%, meaning a lot of SHIB is moving on to centralized exchanges where it can be sold. The 23,864% burn rate spike looks insane on paper, but the actual number of tokens burned is tiny relative to the hundreds of trillions in supply, so it's more of a slow, fundamental tailwind than a short-term pump trigger. On top of that, the team is trying to push utility with Shibarium and new gaming or mini-app partnerships covered in the latest CoinMarketCap AI update. Here's what you came for: the 30-day price scenarios from ChatGPT PRO based on everything we just talked about. Using roughly 0.000083 as the starting point, the model gives a bullish path about 45% of the time, where SHIB grinds up toward the 0.000094 area, around 13% higher. Usually if price can break and hold above the 0.00009 to 0.000010 resistance zone with better volume and sentiment. There's a sideways scenario around 35% probability, where SHIB just chops in a tight range around current levels because on-chain and sentiment keep canceling each other out. And then a bearish scenario around 20%, where if exchange inflows stay elevated and the broader crypto market takes a hit, SHIB slides back toward roughly 0.00072, about 13% lower. Confidence score from the model for this 30-day view is 3 out of 5, which means the data is decent for framing possibilities, but not strong enough to be treated like a crystal ball. Quick reminder, none of this is financial, investment, trading, or any other kind of professional advice. This is a data-driven breakdown powered by ChatGPT PRO, not a buy or sell call. You're the one pressing the buttons, so you're the one who owns the outcome. Always DYOR and think for yourself. Now, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment. Which scenario do you think SHIB actually lands in over the next 30 days? Bullish, sideways, or down first? I'd love to come back in a few weeks and react to how these AI predictions played out. Also, tell me which coin you want me to throw into the ChatGPT PRO blender next. If you need a fast breakdown, just comment the ticker and we'll try to hit as many as we can. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell, because every week we use real data and serious AI tools to cut through the noise of crypto Twitter and give you something you can actually think with.